wanted to give the floor to Kawther Alkholy to talk a little bit. We have a few minutes left. Kawther, in the context of living in a place with highly, many of us come from backgrounds where we have highly militarized, highly authoritarian states. What is that like to be coming from that kind of a background and your context? If you could share with us the issues. Thank you. And thank you, Khadija. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sanam. I would like, first of all, thank ICAN for this meeting. For who don't know me, my name is Kawther Alkholy, the ED of Women for Justice Foundation from Egypt. I would like first to share with you today some thoughts about the situation in Egypt in terms of civil society activists and peace builders activists. Unfortunately, women peace builders and civil society activists in Egypt face an extremely challenging situation due restriction imposed on civil society and peaceful public gathering and the travel bans and other obstacles in terms of safety and risk. One of these risks actually that civil society is shrinking under government crackdown by charging them with receiving foreign funds that government banned more than 30 of the country's leading human rights defenders and peace builders from leaving the country and threatened to jail them at any moment. As well, the non-stop assault on NGOs and their staff has severely shrunk the public sphere. Egypt government, for example, issued a law for NGOs. It had squeezed shut whatever limited space remained for independent organizations. The new laws makes it nearly impossible for non-government organization to obtain foreign funding. The staff of organization that receive foreign fund risk could lead to a life sentence. In order of that, many of frontline defenders decide to go out the country and live in exile to continue their work and save their life. However, they are still under threat for many reasons. Many exiles fear for their safety and their family security who are still in Egypt. There are 1,000 of Egyptians in exile. Some of their activities, particularly in mass media and human rights advocacy, worry the Egyptian government because of the potential impact on domestic public opinion and international views. Finally, what I would like to draw your attention that protecting women peace builders is a significant step to continue their work. So your effort, ICAN and WAST members, it's very important for us all. So we have to work together to find a mechanism to provide protection, provide resources, networking, and raise their voice loudly. In contrast, the military authority in Egypt would like to stop their voice. Thank you for.
Thank you, Kawther. You bring, again, very important points around the fact that, number one, and I always say this, we don't want to be in exile. When you are such a patriot and you're working for the betterment of your country, the last thing that you want is to be forced to leave, right? And then the fact that when people are forced to leave, their families back home are put at risk, right? So you have to be gagged outside because if you don't shut up, they will go after your family inside. This is something that we've lived with as Iranians for 40 years, and we see it across the board. We see our emails hacked. We see our social media kind of being attacked from different sources. We've had at ICAN, we had one day where there were 17 hack attempts against our website. And it was, who knows we know where the source probably was, but it's these other ways that even when you're in exile, and then the funding question I think is so important because it is by going after your funding sources, or by claiming that you are getting foreign funding, therefore you must be a spy, a this, a that kind of thing. It's about your integrity, but it's also about the survival of the work. So that's why for us, this holistic approach of recognition, protection, resourcing goes together. We can't separate these things.